Welcome to Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, home to the Western Michigan Broncos, where we have a terrific matchup in store. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the Ball State Cardinals taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. He lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Weatherly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Goes to the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Caught in the backfield, it's Buckley. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. It'll be 3rd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, what a move to get room. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. On the move, it's Buckley. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. RPO complete to open the drive.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finding open areas. Quarterback gets the first down. Turning it on. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got it set up on the outside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Lowry. Fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Caught in the backfield, it's Buckley. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The fair catch called for and made. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna sling it on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Ashley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. With the catch, it's Weatherly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air, it's Kelly. Unleashes one deep. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option, the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Leary. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the run, it's Buckley. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Broncos. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snags a quick pass on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Got his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Weatherly. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Running into the open space. There he goes. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And just when they thought they had a chance to pull even, the flag wipes it out, and they'll have to go back to work. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Got a man. It's Robinson. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running back searching for a hole. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To the air, it's Lowry. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Broncos trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
He's loose. He's at the 40. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things I love about college football, guys, the good old option play. I know the game's changing and we're moving to tempo and spread, but the option is still well and alive. QB.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Great job by the back on the option. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Now the toss. Across the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Broncos, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw. It's Lowry. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ashley. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to throw, it's Kelly. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. At midfield, he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
Pulls it in. It's Weatherly. It's a running room, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Oh, better look out. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Got it in the middle, it's Weatherly. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball sitting right at the 30, it'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Kelly. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease, it's Buckley.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go to the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's how you take care of one of the faster quarterbacks in college football. You don't even give him a chance to scramble. That defense was all over him. They had multiple guys win their one-on-ones. They got into the backfield and brought him down for a sack inside the pocket.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Western Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business. Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. This time he's got it. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. Looking to throw for it. Here comes the heat. He's moving out of the pocket. Got room at the 35. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The snap sets up to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ball State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. The Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll toss it. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now on the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. There he goes down the right side.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the 4th quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback.
Makes a catch at the 15. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll throw it from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Ashley. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.